Welcome everybody to season 2, episode 9 of Hexproof Reward. Got a super special episode today. We're going to be talking Secrets of Strixhaven. Josh played in the pre-release. We've got some pulls that we had, so he's going to talk about the pre-release, some pulls. We're going to be talking about MagicCon Vegas. That's coming up. We're going to be building a deck, and then we're going to talk about what's up for next week and some weekend plans and stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's go straight into pre-release, and then we'll kind of talk about what we've been up to this past week once Sam gets here. So, Josh, how did pre-release go?
Pre-release went really well. I did pretty decent. I had two wins, a tie, and a loss. So got 22nd out of like 80 people. So that was not too bad. A
Very
lot of people
nice.
showed up with their game face on, and something that was really cool with this is I feel like all of the schools had some heat behind them. There was a
Mm.
successful through line for all the different strategies. And that wasn't always the case in other releases. I think some sets, some color pairings were just stronger than others. But I think in, uh,
Megatron.
yes, in Strixhaven, all the schools got to be Megatron, like Eli is showing his toy of.
Did you? I have a question because I saw it at Next Level, and I wondered if all of the pre-releases had them or not. Did where you played your pre-release? Did you get a bumper sticker with your school name on it?
No, but
Oh, that's cool.
I did get sleeves from Dragon Shield that were the color of my school.
Nice, Keith. What's up, buddy?
Did you draft the set for the pre-release pack you picked, or did you have to mix it up?
I actually was able to draft for the pre-release pack I picked, and I picked a pack of Prismari. So I picked a pack of pickled Prismari. Isn't that funny, Eli? Yeah. And then I think I was really lucky because I did get some good cards. I got Sinar, the Unfinished Genius. I got two of him.
Yes.
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 So I drafted two of him, and then when he enters prepared, and then you tap him, and then you create a treasure token, activate only if you've cast an instant or sorcery this turn. Really hard to do in Prismari. I tell you what, he only made me like 20 treasures throughout the tournament. So
Oh, I am so stoked.
yeah, so he
Oh,
did a
that's
ton of
awesome.
work for me. Also, I drafted two of the Prismari charms that kind of scale, so you can either fix your hand by letting you surveil two and then draw, or you deal one damage to each of one or two targets, or you return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I chose the return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand every single time.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I had a good experience, I think. But like I said, all the colors had some gas behind them, like lore hole, like not letting anything stay in the graveyard. Golgari, like nickel and diamond, yeah. Uh, then Silver Quill. I didn't play against any Silver Quill, but
Oh,
I know there's some nastiness in there too. So Quandrix getting things big real quick. It was a fair meta. I think you could win with any school if you got the right cards for it.
Awesome. Sam, I know you opened some packs of Strixhaven. Josh was talking about pre-release. How did your packs go?
Well, not bad for me. Um, for my brother, I pulled the Prismari Dragon. That was the one card that he wanted, and of course, I wanted the Ral. Didn't get
Yeah.
it, but I did pull the Quandrix, and I did
Nice.
pull the Black Emeritus of Woe.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
whoa.
Nice. So how's everybody's weeks been since we've got Sam in here now? Everybody have a good week? since we
Yeah.
last recorded. Okay.
Pretty good. Nothing
Awesome.
crazy.
Nothing crazy. I went to the first ever Collectors Palooza. That was a 3-day event, and it was pretty fun. I got to go for 2 days. Out of the 3 days on Saturday, I had to work, and we had aerial testing, and our aerial busted a hydraulic line. So this morning, we got to take the aerial all the way to Whitestown to see if it can get fixed. So that's been fun.
So did the aerial break its dingle hopper?
No, it broke its hydraulic line. We were asking down. We said, hey, is that what's dripping? Because I was up in the bucket like 80 feet or so.
That's not a good sign.
No, one of the guys was like, "Oh, we think it's just water," because we were flowing water through it. That's part of the class. And so we brought it down. The next group went up and they went to extend it out, and it would just started downpouring. And we were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop, stop,
Hi,
stop,
bro.
stop! Come back down. We're done." So it was an interesting time for sure. But also, I picked up something fun during Collector's Palooza. 1 second.
Oh my God! What is
Picked
it?
up this puppy right here.
Oh, hasn't even opened it yet.
So,
Ooh.
Haven't opened it yet. Honestly, a little scared. With that, I would like to welcome a very special guest to the podcast episode for a super special announcement. So, here we go.
Oh,
We got
Hello.
Jessica Leonard, InklinCustoms,
hello.
is here
Hi.
and has a
Hi.
super
Welcome.
special announcement for everybody except for me, because I know what's going on. So fill everybody else in. Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, you reached out to me and you wanted to surprise the guys. So we made a little
Aw.
goblin token.
Oh, sick.
That's so
Oh
cool.
my goodness.
And it's
Yeah.
got all your
Much
information on the
appreciated.
back.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so cool.
The bald one's
Thank-
me.
I hope I got everybody's personality.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
So awesome.
fun. But I was
Yeah.
so
Oh
excited to work with y'all and make this. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
we
Welcome
love it.
aboard.
And we're
Thank you
so
so much.
excited to pick those up, and we're gonna have those at MagicCon. And so if people see us at MagicCon, we're gonna be able to hand those out, and it's gonna be awesome.
We got a
Wow.
bunch.
Look at that fat
Ooh,
stack.
nice.
Ooh, much
So-
appreciated.
That's so cool.
Do you want to let everybody know how to reach out to you and everything if they want to get their own tokens and everything?
Yeah, you can reach me pretty much any social media, Inkling Customs, or you could go to my website, InklinCustoms.com, and just reach out and let me know what you'd like to do. I'm very flexible and all that jazz. I would love to work with anybody.
Awesome. Yeah, this is the second time that we've worked together. I actually got a zombie army token done beforehand. So I'm super excited that we were able to do this, and really happy that we got it done. And I'm so excited to be hanging out at MagicCon Vegas. So
Yeah,
thank
should be
you
a great
so
time.
much for dropping in and saying hi and surprising everybody. I really appreciate it so much.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. They look
Thank
so
you.
good.
Bye.
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 Awesome. So what do you guys think? Are you excited? I'll send
Very.
you
Those
guys
are so cool.
That's
we'll
dope.
I'll upload the picture and then I'll send it to you guys as well so you can see it. But I'm super excited. We were able to knock out the art perfectly, so everybody's in there. We've got our logo in there, and I'm just super pumped that we were able to do that and get everybody to be a part of the token. So with that kind of rolls into MagicCon Vegas. We are so excited to be going. Sam, Keith, and I will be there. Josh will be there in spirits and also on the token. So if you're able to find us, we're not only just going to have those tokens, we're going to have our pins, and we're going to have some other giveaways that we're going to be doing. So if you find us at MagicCon Vegas, just walk up to us and hold us for ransom, and we'll get you some cool stuff. Yeah, and the biggest thing that we can say for MagicCon Vegas right now is if you haven't already signed up for ticketed events, you need to make sure to do that because if you know
A
those
lot
events
of them are
sell out
sold out
very,
already
very
too.
fast. So if you haven't already signed up, get signed up, or don't sign up for those and just play free play because I think that's most of what I'm going to be doing. So,
Well, there and
um,
also on-demand events too. That's there that they'll have
oh yeah,
randomly throughout
Yeah, that's what I
the
was
whole
gonna say.
days.
yeah, they're going to have a lot of Secrets of Strixhaven on demand events, panels that you can do, all those fun things. So, Eli's wanting me to put his headphones on him. So, um, with that, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about MagicCon Vegas wise before we get into the deck build?
Oh,
Eli said,
Yeah.
"Welcome to the episode."
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's go. All right. So again, special shout out. Thank you very much to InklinCustoms. And if you need tokens made, that's the person to go to. So, all right.
Especially during Strixhaven. I mean, Inkling, come on.
Exactly.
yeah,
All
writes
right.
itself.
What? All right. So,
Can't believe we're doing.
hold on. Eli wants to talk very fast. Okay. Talk really fast.
Hello.
What up, boy?
Say,
Yeah.
say, have a good episode, guys. Say, see you later.
That's all, folks.
Okay.
I'll turn my volume.
All right, you can stay here, but we got to go through the deck, okay? You ready? Okay, so what we're building is the Wise Mothman. So for one, a black, a green, and a blue, we've got the insect mutant from Fallout. With flying, whenever the Wise Mothman enters the battlefield or attacks, each player gets a rad counter. Eli is wanting to show you my thumb. So there's my boo-boo
No.
on my thumb. So I
Oh,
cut it
no.
at work, and
He looks so concerned.
he's very concerned. He hates boo-boos. They make him sad. So that's who we're building. We're gonna get rad counters, and if you don't know, if you have rad counters, they make you mill your deck. So, not good for you or me.
And
So-
loss of life.
Right, and you lose life. So we're gonna have the Cathedral Acolyte. So for 1 and green, we've got a human cleric. Each creature you control with a counter on it has Ward 1, and then you can tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that entered the battlefield this turn. Cheville, Bane of Monsters. Oh, I forgot to say. The 3 sets that I chose are Fallout, Ikoria, and Modern Horizons 3. So from Ikoria, we have Cheville, Bane of Monsters for black and a green. Death Touch at the beginning of your upkeep. If your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Vexing Radgull for 1 and a blue is a bird mutant. Flying, whenever Vexing Radgull deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 rad counters. If they don't have any rad counters, otherwise proliferate. And that's a 1/2 bird mutant. Then we've got the Boggart Trawler for 2 and a black. It's a goblin 3/1. When Boggart Trawler enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard, and it also taps for a black. Dreamtide Whale for 2 and a blue is a whale, 7/5. With Vanishing 2, this creature enters the battlefield with 2 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter on it. When the last one is removed, sacrifice it. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate. Evolution Witness for 2 and a green. Thumbs up from Eli. Elf Shaman Mutant for you can pay 1 and a green to adapt 2. If this creature has no +1/+1 counters on it, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Evolution Witness, return target permanent card from graveyard to your hand. It's a 2/1. Then we've got Feral Ghoul for 2 and a black. Menace. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When Feral Ghoul dies, each opponent gets a number of rad counters equal to its power. It's a 2/2. The Glowing One for 2 and a green is a zombie mutant 2/2 with Death Touch. Whenever Glowing One deals combat damage to a player, they get 4 rad counters. Whenever a player mills an on-land card, you gain 1 life. Ral Troubleshooter for 1, a black and a blue. It's a zombie mutant rogue, a 1/4. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from among cards in your graveyard that were milled this turn. Tap it, each player mills a card. Tato Farmer for 2 and a green is a 1/4 zombie mutant peasant with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you get 2 rad counters. You may get 2 rad counters. Tap it, put target land card in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control tapped. Tireless Tracker for 2 and a green is a 3/2 human scout with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you investigate. And then whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 counter on Tireless Tracker. Avian Oddity for 3 and a blue as a 2/4 flyer with cycling for 2 and a blue. When you cycle Avian Oddity, put a flying counter on target creature you control. So a fun way to put a flyer on the board. Copy Crook for 2 and 2 blue. You may have Copy Crook enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has, whenever this creature attacks, it connives. So you draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Corpsejack Menace for 2, a black and a green, is a 4/4 fungus creature. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. The Master Transcendent for 1, a black, green, and a blue is a 2/4 artifact creature mutant. When the Master Transcendent enters the battlefield, target player gets 2 rad counters. You can tap it, put target creature card in a graveyard that was milled this way onto the battlefield under your control. It's a green mutant with base power and toughness 3/3. Marcus Mutant Mayor for 3, a green and a blue is a 4/4 mutant advisor with vigilance and trample. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If that creature has a +1/+1 counter on it, if it doesn't, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then we've got Kogla, the Titan Ape for 3 and 3 green is a 7/6 ape. When it enters, it fights a creature you don't control. Whenever Kogla attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. For 1 and a green, return target human you control to its owner's hand. Kogla gains indestructible until end of turn. Screeching Scorch Beast for 4 and 2 black is a 5/5 bat mutant with flying and menace. Whenever Screeching Scorch Beast attacks, each player gets 2 rad counters. Whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled, you may create that many 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens. Do this only once each turn. And then the last creature I have so far is Agent Frank Horrigan for 5, a black and a green, is a 8/6 mutant warrior with trample. Agent Frank Horrigan has indestructible as long as it attacked this turn. Whenever Agent Frank Horrigan enters the battlefield or attacks, proliferate twice. Sorceries, I've got 4 of them so far. So the first one is Nuclear Fallout for X and 2 black. Each creature gets twice -X/-X until end of turn. Each player gets X rad counters. Bridgeworks Battle for 2 and a green is a sorcery that says target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. And then you can also have it enter as a forest. Cultivate for 2 and a green. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put 1 on the battlefield tapped and the other onto your hand, and then shuffle. Casualties of War for 2, 2 black, and 2 green. Choose 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, planeswalker. We've got 10 instants so far. So anticipate for 1 and a blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Collective Resistance for 1 and a green. Escalate for 1, so you can pay an extra 1 to do more than one thing. Choose 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or target creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Contaminated Drink for X, a blue and a black. Draw X cards, and you get half X rad counters rounded up. Barrier Breach for 2 and a green. Exile up to 3 target enchantments, cycling for 2. Mutational Advantage for 1, a green and a blue. Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to permanents this turn and proliferate. Sink into Stupor for 1 and 2 blue. Return target spell or non-land permanent to an opponent controls to its owner's hand, or you can have it tap for a blue if you want to play the other side. Atomize for 2, a black and a green. Destroy target non-land permanent and proliferate. Rad Storm for 3 and a blue. It has Storm, so when you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn, and then Proliferate. Vats for 2 and 2 black. Split Second. So as long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Choose any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Destroy the chosen creatures. Back for more for 4, a black and a green. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you do, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Fighting was big in Ikoria, and I love it. The Ozolith for 1 is a legendary artifact. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. Arcane Signet for 2, you can tap it, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's identity. The Nuke Launcher for 2, equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has Intimidate. Whenever equipped creature attacks until the end of defending player's next turn, that player gets 2 rad counters whenever they cast a spell, and you can equip it for 3. Power Fist for 1 and a green. Equipped creature has Trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Equip it for 2. Swiftfoot Boots for 2. Equipped creature has Hexproof and Haste. Equip it for 1. Talisman of Curiosity for 2. You can tap it for a colorless or tap it to add a blue or a green. Talisman of Curiosity deals 1 damage. And then you have the Talisman of Dominance for 2. It does the same thing as Curiosity, except it's blue and black. Talisman of Resilience is a black or green. Same kind of thing. Camp for 3. It's an artifact fortification. Whenever fortified land is tapped for mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If that creature shares a color with the mana land produced, create a junk token, and then you can fortify for 3. Crucible of Worlds for 3. You may play lands from your graveyard. The Strength Bobblehead for 3. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, or you can pay 3, tap it, put a X +1/+1 counters on target creature where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Animal Friend. We're in our enchantments now. So Animal Friend is 1 and a green. It's an enchantment that says enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on that token for each aura and equipment attached to this creature other than Animal Friend. Amphibian Downpour for 2 and a blue. Flash. It has Storm. Enchanted creature lose all abilities and is a blue frog creature with base and power toughness 1/1. Branching Evolution for 2 and a green. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it would be put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. Capture Sphere for 3 and a blue. Flash enchant creature. When Capture Sphere enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Struggle for Project Purity for 3 and a blue. As it enters, choose Brotherhood or Enclave. Brotherhood, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent draws a card. You draw a card for each card drawn this way. Enclave, whenever a player attacks you with 1 or more creatures, that player gets twice that many rad counters. Black Market for 3 and 2 black. Whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add a black to your mana pool for each charge counter on Black Market.
Wait, Nathan, what? I was gonna throw up in my mouth. Ew.
Yeah, Black Market Fallout version.
There we go.
Vault 87, Forced Evolution for 3, a green and a blue. So it's a saga. So chapter 1 is gain control of target non-mutant creature for as long as you control Vault 87. Chapter 2, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a mutant in addition to its other types. Chapter 3, draw a card equal to the greatest power among mutants you control. And then Vault 12, the Necropolis for 4 and 2 black. Chapter 1 of this saga is each player gets 3 rad counters. Chapter 2 is create X/2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens, where X is the number of rad counters among players. In Chapter 3, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control that's a zombie or mutant. And then we've got 34 lands, 37 with our dual modals. We've got the Archway of Innovation, so you can tap it. It enters tapped unless you control an island. You can tap it to add blue, or you can pay blue, tap it. The next spell you cast has Improvise. Dismal Backwater, so it enters tap. Dismal Backwater enters, you gain 1 life. You can tap it for a blue or black. We've got 8 forests, 8 islands, 8 swamps. Then we've got Jungle Hollow, enters tapped. You gain 1 life. You can tap it to add a black or green. Mariposa Military Base. You may have the military base enter the battlefield tapped. If you do, you get 2 rad counters. You can tap it to add a colorless, or you can pay 5, tap it, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each rad counter you have. Polluted Delta. Tap it, pay 1 life, sacrifice Polluted Delta, search for an island or swamp, put that on the battlefield, then shuffle. Rogue's Passage. Tap it to add a colorless or pay 4, tap it, target creature can't be blocked. Shifting Woodland. It enters tapped unless you control a forest. Then it has Delirium, 2 and 2 green. Shifting Woodlands becomes a copy of target permanent card in your graveyard until the end of turn. Activate only if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. It taps for a green. Spymaster's Vault. Spymaster's Vault enters the battlefield unless you control enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp. Tap it to add a black. You can pay a black, tap it, target creature you control connives X, where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. You draw X cards and discard X cards, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each non-land card discarded this way. Thornwood Falls enters the battlefield tapped. You gain 1 life. You can tap it to add a green or a blue. The Zagoth Triome. So you can tap it to add a black, green, or blue. It enters the battlefield tapped and it has cycling 3. So that's what we've got so far. We need some more creatures. We need some ways to make rad counters not hurt us too bad. But other than that, that's what I've got so far. So we're just trying to be real rad in this deck build. Josh, what do you got, buddy?
So I couldn't
Nice.
help but notice that Mothman likes +1/+1 counters, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So how about we throw in a cursed wombat?
Cursed Wombat. What's that?
The Wise Mothman likes whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So
Yeah, but then this is gonna work with it still though.
yeah,
The Cursed Wombat is from Modern Horizons 3, and it has adapt 2, so 2, a black and a green. You can put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. But what we care about is permanents you can have whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on this permanent. Put an additional 1/1 counter on it. This ability triggers only once each turn.
that's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that, Keith.
Got a cool little low end creature. It is a Watchful Rad Stag. 2 and a green. And it has evolve. So when it evolve is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power toughness than this creature, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And then when Watchful Radstag evolves, create a token that's a copy of it. So this is just like a multiplying low end creature.
That's
Take over.
awesome. I love it. Sam, do you have any fun Modern Horizon 3 creatures?
I've got another 2 cost guy.
Creatures. Go ahead and get with him real quick while I divvy these down.
Okay, Keith, you fingered first.
Winding Constrictor. It is 2 mana, 1 black, 1 green, 2/3 snake. If 1 or more counters would be placed on an artifact or creature you control, that many of those counters +1 are placed on that permanent instead. If you would get 1 or more counters, you get that many of those counters +1 instead. So I guess this works
Nice.
with rad and PP counters.
Nice.
So ouch.
Josh.
So I also from Modern Horizons 3, we have Nyxborn Hydra. This is an enchantment creature Hydra. It has bestow X and 2 green. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell. With enchant creature, it becomes a creature again if it's not attached. It has reach, trample, and Nyxborn Hydra enters with X +1/+1 counters. An enchanted creature gets 1/1 +1/+1 for each 1/1 counter on Nyxborn Hydra, and has reach and trample.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's fun.
Ooh.
All right.
There is.
Ready,
Go
Sam?
ahead, Sam.
Yes. From Modern Horizons 3, we want Fanatic of Ronus. That's a 1 and a green, 1/4. Tap that green. It's ferocious. You can tap that 4 green. You can only activate if you have a creature power 4 or greater. You can eternalize for 2 and 2 green. Exile from your graveyard, create a token copy. That's a 4/4. So just a way
Okay.
to help you protect, get mana going.
I have no idea where that
It's
went.
top row. There
Oh,
you
there it is. There we go.
go.
Okay. Yep. Josh.
Shout out from Ikoria, kind of changing up the pace a little bit. I'd like to say Gyruda, Doom of Depths.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
Yeah, so for uh, 4 and split split blue black. Uh, he's not going to be our companion, so we don't have to worry about that. But when he enters, each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those cards onto the battlefield under your control.
Nice.
That's
Love it.
also a great target for the creepy crook to enter as.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have another creature for you.
Okay.
Psychic Frog.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, there's a lot of frogs.
A blue and a black, 1/2 frog. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. You can discard a card to put a 1/1 counter on it, or exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and that creature gains flying.
Nice.
And I couldn't help but notice there wasn't a ton of actual humans. So Kennen Bonder Prodigy.
Yes.
It's gonna be some gas for this strategy.
Hold on.
Seymour Guado.
Yeah. Let me switch him real fast.
Yeah, that's it's a little pricey, but we got fetch lands in here, so I figured it's
It's
full
okay. I already have
blast.
one. I don't have to buy a second one. Perfect.
When you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent could produce. So we have some dorks, we have some rocks, and then you have 5 a blue and a green. You can look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put a non-human, non-land creature, non-human creature from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. But yeah, so
Awesome.
that's really accelerating things.
All right. Keith.
How about a Sir Conrad
No.
the Grim?
He's not from any of
Oh.
these sets. Because I wanted to put Sir
Oh.
Conrad in here. He's not from any
Oh.
of the sets.
Oh man,
Do you
I
need
set a
one
filter
more
and it
creature?
showed up.
Yeah, sure.
You always do an Alpha Deathclaw. Becomes a big creature, but it also destroys, permanents.
Okay.
I have a good one for that too.
All right. Yeah.
We only have 4 cards left. Do we want to keep with creatures or do we want to mix it up?
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Uh,
We only
I-
have 4 sorceries. We have a good amount of instants
Let's see.
and enchantments.
So you need sorcery.
I have
I-
a 1/1 counter sorcery card that doubles counters on creatures.
What is it?
Fangs of Calonia. Did Josh say this earlier or no?
No.
Okay. It is 1 and a green sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature that had a 1/1 counter on it this way, and it has Overload, which allows you to target every single one of your creatures instead for a
Goodness.
different cost.
Nice.
Okay, I know we have a bunch of artifacts already.
Yeah.
But I would like to mention that Fire Shrieker was in one of the Fallout precons.
Okay.
Fire Shrinker. It's equipment that costs 3 and equips for 2. And with Mothman getting as big as it gets, it's going to be Commander Damage City when you give it double strike. So
And when you plant that Rogue's Passage to make sure it gets through no matter what.
yeah, good stuff. So I will back off. I gave a lot, so if there's 2 left. I'll let you guys pick the last 2.
Keith entered the waiting room. Great. There's
Got 2
Keiths
versions
now.
of them now.
Oh boy. I don't know how to fix that.
Oh. Goodbye.
Okay, here he goes. Here he is. Okay, he's good. We're back.
Yeah, I closed the wrong tab.
Oh no. There's these really big creatures in Modern Horizons 3 that we haven't touched at all.
Do we really want to be that evil?
Is there a special one that we want to just one maybe that we want to put in here? We don't have to, but what I'm talking about is the Eldrazi.
Ooh.
But
Well, it
we don't
depends
have
on
to.
how filthy you want to be.
It's no big deal. We don't have to do it.
Could I lie and make another suggestion? My favorite card from Ikoria,
Sure.
reconnaissance mission.
You don't want to
Reconnaissance
manifest.
mission. Where's that at?
Yeah, it's an enchantment for
There it
2
is.
and 2 blue.
Found it.
Uh,
Oh no.
Oh,
Hold
that's
on.
the other. There we go. There we
Nice.
go.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Reconnaissance mission. 2 and 2 blue. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and then it also has cycle for 2.
Nice. We love to cycle. We're at 99 cards. Keith.
yeah. I've got a sort of top end one. We can, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
It's Strong, the Brutish Thespian. 4 and 2 green, legendary creature, mutant berserker, 7/7
You said
for
strong.
Fallout. Yeah, Strong, the Brutish Thespian. Uh,
Ooh,
it has you gain life rather than lose life from radiation, so it could be pretty helpful. And whenever it's
nice.
dealt damage, you get 3 rad counters and put 3 1/1 counters on him.
Nice.
Okay. I know we're at 100, but I'm not going to impact anything because we're going to be replacing a land.
Okay.
We are going to replace either a swamp uh or a forest with revitalizing repast.
Nice.
Repast.
Repast. Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that at?
It's an instant or a dual
Yep, it's the
modal
first
land
one.
that enters tapped, but it
There we
taps
go.
for a green
Okay.
or a black. But
Okay.
anyway, the front half, for a green or a black, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn.
Nice. Okay. So let's see. We've got 51% green of all symbols.
Looks like you can get rid of blue.
Well, I need to get rid of a green or a black. So I'll get rid of a swamp. Huh? No, leave him in there.
Oh no.
Leave him in your book.
There is one card that's missing, but I don't know if we have to add it.
Oh, we can add it. What is it?
Ooh, what is
Heroic intervention.
it? Ooh,
Okay, can you take your book, please? Thank you. Eli got one of those little booklets that they give out in Pokemon, and he's put
Yeah.
all of his magic cards in it, so he wanted one of those out. Where did Heroic Intervention go?
It's an instant.
Okay. See if I can find it. There it is. Doctor Whom?
Dr. Whomst.
Whoa, look at those Marvel Universe ones. Whoa.
There's
Oh,
a
I like that one a lot.
bunch.
Hate where the
Okay.
text is. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Let's see. Where there, Fallout. There we go. That'll work.
Permanent you control gain hexproof and indestructible.
Until end of 10. Another beautiful day in the most dangerous place in the world. Nick Valentine. All right. What are we going to cut?
That's Fallout 4.
Hmm.
Trying to remove one now or just
What's
do
the
another
bobble
land or
do?
what?
Huh? The bobblehead is taps 1 for 1 mana of any color, and then you can pay 3, tap it. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of it.
No.
Because we only have the
Do
one
we have-
bobblehead. So
Any way to duplicate stuff?
No.
Yeah, the one creature can
The red stag. Okay.
then
copy Kirk.
I did have a land I wanted to add
Oh.
just because of our graveyard, and that is oh, never mind, it's on there. Shifting Woodland. Good call. Great minds think a lot. Like you got you're way ahead of me.
Yep, I went with all that rare land cycle from MH3. So
I missed it the first time around, and you were on it. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it now.
okay. Is there anything we want to add? Anything we want to change up, or are we feeling good because we're at 100? Do we want to
Yeah,
deal
I
a
think-
couple hands and see what it looks like?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, it looks pretty nice to me. It looks pretty scary for sure.
Deal another hand. There's 3 lands. Another
Ooh,
hand. There's 2 lands.
nice. We've
Another
got
hand.
2 lands with mana rock
Yep. Yeah. It's
or
looking
lands
good.
potential.
Looking good. I like it. Kogla keeps
Mm.
showing up. That's a lot of lands, but that'd be nice. Okay. All right. Average
Yeah.
number of lands in opening hands is 2.62.
Beautiful.
We're at 31% of all symbols are blue, 34 are black, 52 are green, 15 are colorless. We've got 1 permanent at 7, 6 at 6. That's a lot. 3 at 5, 8 at 4. So it's kind of an expensive deck, but it'll be fun. So
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like a little bit of a control tempo sort of situation. So,
right. Um, so yeah, there there we go. So let's go ahead and we are at bracket 2. I like staying at bracket 2.
Ooh, that's strong bracket too, I would say.
yeah, so a bracket two, but you could hang with threes very
Yeah.
easily. And then also
For
you don't
sure.
run it against people with squishy twos.
Yeah, so we've got +1/+1 counters on it. Let's see what else we've got here. Um,
Casual.
Casual. Okay.
Fast cash.
You got cycling. You've got a bunch of cards that have the cycling ability.
That's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of
We might not have anything till we get to Soul Tie.
No, no, we're just really focused
Mill.
on
mill for
counters.
sure.
I would say this is mid range.
Okay.
There's a nice curve on it.
Don't really have mutate. We have a couple mutate cards.
You got ramp. You got storm.
You got one storm, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got I
This
think
is a
we got
pretty
a couple.
sweet card though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
webcam friendly.
Oh,
That's it.
That's it. So
very nice.
I just named this deck Cracking Wise, and then the description is flapping around and causing chaos, built with cards only found in Fallout, Ikoria, and Modern Horizons 3.
Ooh,
So,
was there a Mothra card in Ikoria?
oh, there
It's
was.
white.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
is it?
white.
it was white. Yeah.
We can't make him touch.
So that's the deck.
Dang.
Thanks everybody for building that with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I feel like the Fallout helped the actual like rad engine. I feel like the Modern Horizons helped the +1/+1 counter synergies, and then the Ikoria kind of filled in the blanks with some like draw and ramp and stuff like that. So I think we had a pretty good toolbox to work with there.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Ikoria is probably my favorite set of all time, favorite plane of all time. I have a sweet spot for Innistrad just because that's where I started off at, but um, big fan of Godzilla and all those big creatures. So Ikoria really,
Need to
that's
do an Ikoria
when I,
cube.
yeah, when I came back in 2020 and COVID and all that kind of stuff. Ikoria was one of the first sets that really got me back into Magic. So holds a sweet spot for me, and big fan of Fallout. Didn't get to play the games, but I like all the lore and watching the new show and all that kind of stuff. It's super fun. So, um, and Modern Horizons 3, who doesn't like a set that's just a whole bunch of good cards all together? So that's where that came from. So with that, what's everybody's weekend plans? What's everybody doing this weekend?
Shopping for some clothes to get ready for next week.
Oh,
Nice.
true. I need to do that
Nice.
too.
Yeah. I'm meeting up with I'm meeting up with some friends for some play with the precons from Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven.
Oh,
So
nice.
Cool.
That'll
yeah,
be a lot of fun.
But I think preparing your guys' weekend is going to be pretty exciting,
House will
to say the
win.
least.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be fun. We'll still have one more episode to record before we head off. And I have good news. Starting Thursday, I'm off for 15 days straight, so we can go back to recording
Let's
on
go.
Monday next week if everybody would like to record on Monday instead of Tuesday. Might be a little easier for everybody. But also, this week is FDIC, and that's right in our own backyard. So, Fire Department Instructors Convention is this week. The convention hall opens on Thursday, so Eli and I might be going to FDIC on Thursday just to check it out. And
like
then,
no magic cards, but you can just support heroes, so I guess it's fine.
yeah, exactly. And then Friday, I have another card show that I'm going to help out with. It's the Miller Time Card Show in Noblesville. Pretty big show. It's going to be 2 days. It's Friday and Saturday. I won't be there Saturday because Saturday I'm heading with the family to Evansville for Monster Jam. So,
Ooh, that's all the way down there.
Yeah, that's
we're meeting up at like 8 o'clock at my mom's house so we can get down there. So, she
Oh
likes
my
to
goodness.
take everybody, all the little ones, all together. So we didn't get to go to Indy, so we're going to Evansville this year. So it's a long trip. Next episode, red, white, black, and Sam is at the helm. So that's what we've got cooking up for next time. Yeah, with Sam on deck. Does this episode resolve?
I believe so, unless you wanted to talk about WWE.
Oh shoot, I forgot. Yeah. We had WrestleMania this past weekend. I forgot because it was not the most awesome.
Yeah, how are our predictions?
Um
Bang on.
I don't know because I forgot to get that ready. So
We should just screenshot it.
Do you want to do that next episode?
yeah, we'll just go over how we did in WrestleMania once I'm able to find that. So I don't think we did super well because there were some upsets, but I think we did okay. We also forgot that we could put a disqualification in there, so we had winners for all the matches. And if you watch any WWE, you know that doesn't happen during WrestleMania. Somebody always comes out of nowhere and screws with matches. But anyway, with that, now does this episode resolve?
I think so. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We'll see you guys
sir.
next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you liked what you heard, you can continue to listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.